Hey Libra, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope you're very well. Just turn my music down a little bit. Welcome to your reading. It is for August to September. So it's from August the 26th through to September the 30th. Answering that question, how does your partner feel about you? So I want to go ahead and get stuck in. I've read a load of the cards out. In fact, a lot of cards were flying out. I talk. A lot of cards were, sorry, like my Unk mug. If you like my lipstick's there as well. If you'd like your own one, let me know. I can definitely get one for you. I actually made this mug myself. So yeah, let me know. I've got a whole load of different mugs, different designs. Check out my Instagram page. It's got quite a lot of things on there. You do have to order them from me directly though, as I don't have a website on at the moment. But yeah, just fix myself a little bit. But yes, this is your reading. Answering that question, how did your partner feel about you? But it could be someone that you're just interested in, or someone you've got your eye on, someone you've got a romantic interest in, your ex, anyone who you're romantically interested in. That's what this reading is for. That's what Spirit's going to advise you about. It's going to advise you about your love life from the perspective of how your partner feels about the relationship. So essentially the first card that we have was the first card that flew out is the the Knight of Discs. So this is the equivalent to the King of Coins in the traditional deck. So your partner could currently be feeling like they're at a bit of a standstill. They maybe are a bit like possibly like in a position where they need to kind of take stock and ensure that they are positioned correctly to positioned correctly to achieve any objectives that they have. So with regards to this relationship, they could be, I'm gonna have to get a drink, sorry, one moment guys. Hey, sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, sorry for the interruption. Your partner seems to be taking stock, really thinking about their next steps before making any kind of offer. Although I feel that with the Knight of Discs, this is someone who's ready to make a commitment, who probably is an earth sign that you're seeing, Libra, probably a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn person, or someone with this kind of tendencies, this kind of earthly grounded tendencies, this person, sorry. This person is as I was just thinking, it's like a Libra video, and like usually you guys are so refined and stuff, and I'm just here coughing and spluttering. Sorry guys, let me to like bring the tone down for your reading. But yeah, I'll try to be better. But yeah, this person, especially as it's been clarified here about the Four of Coins, this person is definitely a bit guarded, probably a Capricorn that you're seeing, as it is a Capricorn card. If this is the Sun in Capricorn, this is someone who maybe has achieved a lot, has built a lot, has put quite a lot of effort into protecting what they have, and building what they have, and they don't want to lose that. That could be emotional stability, could be financial stability. It could be anything. Just their path. They could have kind of gone a long way down in their path, and they kind of don't want to have to backtrack in any way. They want to kind of keep progressing, keep moving forward, and keep building. And I guess the key word is progress, and achieve and succeed and do more, and they want things to get better, and to be more successful, to bring more security into their life rather than less of it. So if anything, this person wants something very secure and solid. This person could be hesitant to make a move as well, because they could have already invested in something else quite heavily. The Knight of Discs could also be a married man, quite possibly. Although I don't see any cards here that talk about infidelity or three like triangulated relationships. Yeah, so I don't think that he is. But he's still very hesitant, and uh, he could also be quite possessive of you in a sense as well, not like sharing you. Um, you know, he could. When I said that, I then saw his that club there. You know where that people always joke about, like guys acting like cavemen and being like clumping you over the head and being like, my woman, and putting you over their shoulder and they're going home with you, and that's how the caveman selected their wives back in the day. They just clumped you over the head and put you over their shoulder, like kind of owned you. I don't know if this person kind of has that kind of energy with you because you are a Libra. You probably are quite attractive and personable and refined and have good taste in generally everything. So this person may want to possess you, I feel, or feel like they own you, you know, and they may not want to share you. So then we've got in their subconscious, we've got the Eight of Wands. This is a very optimistic card. Um, very optimistic way of thinking, moving forward. This person, although on the outside it doesn't look like he's really moving, it could also just mean that this person is not going anywhere. This person's committed to you and he's not going anywhere. He wants to build something with you. He wants to protect what he has with you. And that might be why he's feeling very positive, subconsciously, like he's ready to move forward. He's got no questions. And even if he does have questions, he's like trying to remain positive. Sorry. Um, Libra's video. Trying to like remain positive and optimistic and think of more positive possibilities than negative. Like he's really trying to balance it out, I think, in his mind. He's trying to remain positive. Um, and he's got like more of an exponential kind of outlook. He can see lots of positive things happening, more positive things. It's like he sees a good future, that only good can come from this if he was to take the risk that it will be a good move. However, to contradict that, the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Five of Swords. This is someone who maybe feels that they don't have enough, that they don't want to be defeated, they have to win as well. So that again, with them being so protective currently, subconsciously, they actually feel like maybe you really have them. They're kind of sold. This is like complete conviction, like jumping headfirst into something, um, not looking back. Like this is just, it's kind of like the Fool card, but um, the Fool card is kind of wondering. You know, this is like, I know exactly what I want and I'm going in head first, you know. Um, and I think it's the reason why the person feels so positive on the one hand is also because they maybe feel quite defeated by you in a sense, like you have won them over. Maybe you're very intelligent as well. Maybe, of course, you're very intelligent. What I mean to say is they might perceive you to be very intelligent as well. Um, and just generally having kind of more power over them in a sense, like maybe, you know, they just truly, truly appreciate you, I think. And we do have the Sun card here in terms of their intentions. But again, it's clarified by this really weird negative card. So like they do see like you as the sunshine of their lives. Sorry. They do see you as definitely the spotlight's on you. They're focused on you. This could be also a lot to do with your birthday. They could be intending to do something nice for your birthday, but they may not feel like they have the money, possibly with the Seven of Coins, or it could be that their intentions is to. This is also about clarity as well, clarifying things. Also could be about cementing a bond as well. There's rings in this picture. It could be around like rings, marriage, more rings here. Don't know if this person intends to maybe pop the question maybe at a celebration with family, children. This does say something about celebrations, a lot of people coming together. Things coming full circle as well. This card says that to me. It might not be a traditional way of interpreting it, but it's like this does talk to me about things kind of coming full circle, and inclusivity, like but this talks about clarity as well, and with it being like a Leo card, it could be like putting yourselves in the spotlight. That's what makes me think maybe this has got something to do with engagement. You may be deciding to pop the question, but definitely reveal something to you that I feel this person feels will make you very happy. Or it could also be completely different. This could be slightly different. It could be that this person is being defensive, the more defensive side of the Four of Coins, that they're made up, that they're being defeated, they can't do much in this relationship, but they're feeling quite positive about the future anyway, and they're focused on themselves with the Sun card here, because they feel like everything that they've invested hasn't materialized. That's what the Seven of Coins is. It's that things haven't materialized, or things haven't turned out how they wanted to, or they really need to think about what they're going to do next, because so far it hasn't really gone exactly. They haven't got what they thought they were going to get out of it. And we have got the Seven of Cups here as well in the past, where there's more kind of confusion and like decisions needing to be made. But if this person may feel like they may go ahead and ask you maybe to make things more serious, but it's like maybe that it's pointless. There's a kind of this pointless energy. We've got these two cards here, which talks about kind of things being pointless. This talks about defeat. This is failure. This person feels like defeated, failed, like maybe they just can't get you. And maybe that's why they kind of want you to kind of alter themselves. But it looks like they don't actually have the confidence, maybe, to feel like maybe they really deserve you, or maybe they feel they need to invest more into you. Maybe so far they're not happy with how things have gone. They want more. They want you all to themselves. That could be them wanting to be engaged to you. So as I was saying, in the near past, we do have the Seven of Cups. This is confusion, not really knowing where you're going. And then we got that clarified by the equivalent of the King of Swords, which is called the Knight of Swords in this deck. This to me talks about someone being decisive, someone making a decision, making a choice. Although there is some confusion here, but it looks like this person has kind of decided to not get too lost in their emotions, because their emotions are kind of throwing them off, and they're not really knowing what they want anymore. And but then it looks like something else has come in which has allowed them to really stop getting so emotional and just to focus on what's going on. So maybe they might have been caught up in their own emotions. Turn this down a bit. But yeah, they could have been kind of caught up in their emotions, confused, wallowing in self-pity as well. This card can be kind of like that, where it's just like they're also just like not trusting in love, feeling very unsure in love, just having that really insecure feeling. It's like being really insecure. That's what this card to me talks about. And also being manipulative in relationships as well, through fear, through wanting to have control of an outcome. But it looks like they have got out of their feelings, and in their past they did get out of their feelings and they did make a decision, and they went from the Knight of Swords to the Knight of Coins. So somewhere along the line they figured out that maybe to get what they want, they have to maybe be more grounded and maybe offer you more security. But they're definitely decided now. And we can see that here with the Eight of Wands as well. Like this person is decided, they know what they want. Now, what they want looks like they want some sort of permanent security. They want to be able to kind of have you to themselves. And their intentions is to have this Sun card, is to have this kind of expression of feelings, or possibly a public display of something. And this would also be related to your birthday as well. Okay, so, but the Seven of Coins here tells me that I feel the Seven of Coins is really just saying that they feel that what they've done so far is not enough. And they need to take their next step. They need to move forward. They need to push this from a 7 into the 8 zone, you know. That's what I feel there. That's what the cards are saying. So in the near future, we've got the Adjustment card. This is your card. I'm glad to see your card has popped up in your reading. It's always a good sign. So this is also known as the Justice card, but in this deck it's known as the Adjustment card. And in the near future, this person does become quite well adjusted and also feels like a winner as well. So it looks like they do find that balance. This is again an air energy. So this is you. They may feel like they have you, like they've won you. They may get they may get a positive response from you this month, which makes them feel very balanced and feel very appreciated and wanted, and they feel like, again, there's this showiness of everyone else seeing it. So maybe they want everyone else to see that you're mine. You know, I'm not sharing you. You know, yeah, they've got their Libra at the end of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify these for yourself. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles for how you currently feel. So you currently feel quite the Sun in Virgo. So you could be maybe very in tune with things at the moment. You could be very ready to kind of lay some or plant some seeds, put in the work. You are looking at things more long term, which is nice to see that is an 8, because it looks like we are trying to move away from the service and keep things moving. So there is progress for you. You recognize that there is progress and that it's going to take a certain amount of hard work and persistence and consistency to kind of build some momentum. So you may feel very committed to this person at the moment. So in the position of your subconscious thoughts, you have a lot of clarity here with the Ace of Swords. You are quite decided. I think you know exactly what you want. That's why you're currently with the Eight of Coins. Like, you know exactly what you want. You're quite clear on that. And that's also related to the Sun card as well. There's this clarity that maybe you both have. Maybe you both now. Maybe before it was like maybe you were dating lots of people and like you were here, there, and everywhere. Or your partner was, or your partner felt that you were. And that might be why they want you all to themselves now as well. But maybe in the past it was this kind of unclarity, non-clarity really is a word. And it looks like it's his decision, or him finally kind of getting out of their feelings a bit. That's kind of maybe it showed his more mature side. And I think it's also him not wanting to lose you as well. But you with the Ace of Swords are very decided, like I said, and can clearly see your way forward. You don't, like, you have a lot of inner balance yourself. You know exactly what you want and what you don't. And I think as well with the Ace of Swords, you're being very honest with yourself. You know that there will be good and bad, and you're like not running away from that or shying away from that. So you're being very honest with yourself. So in the near past, we've got the Seven of Swords. Again, this talks about you yourself. This is a card that represents your position in the past. So you may have felt that you know, you may have been just playing a bit of a game in a sense, or kind of dating lots of people, or a few people, or just not really being committed maybe to this person. You know, maybe you were dating, it was summer. I don't know. That summertime usually brings up the more flirty side in most people. So maybe that's, you know, you were enjoying the summer and not really wanting to be held down. A lot of people say that. Um, so maybe something like that. But either way, it's like you weren't. Um, this to me talks of someone being evasive, unreachable, sneaking away. Someone who's really clever and sly can kind of. Someone's just really vague. You know, I think you were being really vague before, and I think they were like, "No, I don't want vague. I want clear." You know? And then you've got you here, like, "Okay, I'm clear." You know, you've decided as well. The Ace of Swords and talk about making a decision. So it looks like you have finally kind of come to a decision that maybe you do want the relationship to progress, or you've at least come to a decision as to how you want it to progress. Okay, so then we've got you here represented by the Princess of Discs in the position of what your intentions are. So your intentions are to actually make a commitment. But again, it's like you're gonna take it in small steps. You're willing to make a commitment, but like you're gonna kind of play it by ear. I think for you this is quite new as well, but you do want a commitment. Like you don't want to mess about and just spend time, money, and energy. Um, on something that's not going to be fruitful or give you anything in the end. So it looks like you're wanting to you know take this forward in a more mature way, but also in a steady way, no rush. Okay, then we've got this card here, the Princess of Wands in the near future, which has got you taking a risk and trying to leave the past behind. Thinking very positively about the future, being curious, learning something new. This also relates to work as well. Don't know if this does relate to work in some way. Maybe you have a business together. Maybe um, you work together. That's a possibility too with all these coins cards here. But it looks like you are feeling quite optimistic by the end of the month, but still you're in that princess energy. You know, your partner is at the king or the knight energy where they're like, they're quite sure where they stand. There could be an age difference here as well. Your partner could be older than you. But you are still kind of like, yeah, I want to move forward. Yeah, I want to make a commitment. Yeah, I know what I want, but I still want to I'm still learning as I go. So I do want this, but it's still new to me. So kind of pacing yourself maybe. Also asking lots of questions or still being very curious about things or um, having a more kind of a curious approach, then I know what this is all about and moving right in and all kind of going in um, without any sort of questions. Like you still have questions and still want to take things slow, I think. So, but this is about someone who is leaving maybe some pains or past uh, troubles behind, things that usually held you back. You want to let go of that. You want to kind of move on. You want to evolve, and these two princesses also talk about, you know, that evolution, the start of something changing within yourself, you know. Um, it's the very beginning of change. So yeah. So at the base of the deck, we do have the Queen of Wands for you, Libra. So this card is kind of reiterating that whole energy of you kind of leaving something in the past, learning from your mistakes, not letting them hinder you, but learning from them and making them be an asset to you in the future. So it's almost like it's like you're transmuting, as they would say in alchemy. You're transmuting the energy, or you're making something bad and something good, or you're learning from your mistakes and turning them into something good. Like, oh, I learned that putting on lipstick with the mirror off is not a good idea. Okay, I looked really stupid that day, but I've learned now to always use a mirror. Okay, it's a really terrible example, but it's that kind of thing. So yeah, that's really, really great. You're moving forward quite positively, very confident, very independent this month. Quite excited about the future as well. You just feel generally empowered and appreciated yourself. So it looks like your partner and you really do kind of complement each other or make each other feel good, which is lovely. You kind of boost each other's self-esteem, I think. I think a partner is suffering from some sort of lack like self-esteem kind of issues where they kind of think they might not be enough for you, or maybe it's just because in the past you were kind of not really committed, and it might have made them feel a little bit insecure, there was no future, but they've decided that they want you. So okay, so underneath it we have got the 5 of coins and the 7 of wands, and again the judgment card come up twice now. So it looks like there's definitely a message for most people here. So it's like judgment card. It's like something to do with leaving the past in the past. Again, we've had that message come through already. So it looks like this month there's a major shift, I think, for everyone to kind of leave the past in the past and allow the new things to come in, to forgive, to look at things honestly. And maybe it's coming with a change of season as well. A lot of Wiccans would kind of be going through a process of probably it's harvest time, right? So I'm not Wiccan, haven't got much experience, but yeah, it's like a change of season. So I feel that that's what's happening, and it's a bit of a waiting period here for you. But this waiting period, if there is a waiting period, if it is moving slow, is to allow you to kind of get a clear perspective on things. And I think that's what your intention is with the Ace of Swords. Like, you really want to see things clearly. You want to know, you want to see things very clear. You want to have a balanced perspective on it, so that you can make decisions that are very much suited to your overall goals. And then we had these 2 cards underneath the Queen of Wands. So we got the 5 of coins and the 7 of wands. This talks about resilience, focusing on yourself as well, protecting yourself, your honor, your will, and not having a lot of resources maybe around you. So there may be a bit of worry around this for you. You could be worried about the security of the relationship, and you still maybe want to shine in the relationship or something. Security is important, I think, for you. Money, security, those things are important to you. And I think you're a bit worried that this person or this relationship won't provide that. I think you've got a lot of personal objectives that you want to fulfill. And I don't think you want anyone to take you off that path, because I think you may be like working on your career or something. You could be kind of on a kind of like, especially with the 8 of coins here, like you're working possibly on something, where you're going. We've then got another discard for your intention. So it's like, I think you are quite focused on money. Maybe your partner feels a bit unsure about money at the moment, but it looks like you are focused on it, because I think you're worrying about not having enough. And you're very determined. You don't want to lose face as well. This slide talks to me about someone wanting complete respect as well. The 7 of wands, like you want complete respect. And can sometimes be easily offended. So you could be a bit sensitive as well. Could be a bit sensitive and a bit defensive about things when it comes to like your ego. So you're a bit sensitive at the moment, but you're getting there. And this is a really good card. I think Spirit is just saying here with the Queen of Wands to show lots of self-love, really tell yourself like lots of positive affirmations, not allowing yourself to be in the background. Sometimes Libras can kind of do that because you just want harmony. So you're just like, you know what, if it means I've got to take a back seat just for things to be harmonious, I'm good with that. I'd rather that everyone's harmonious than me having the spotlight or me having what I want. Sometimes you can actually sacrifice your things that you want because of trying to make something work. And I think the cards here are saying, don't do that. Don't do that. You always have to come first in your life, like for yourself. And I think you're worried you're going to lose this person if you do that, but it looks like that's not the case. This person seems to genuinely not be going anywhere. With the Knight of Discs and the Four of Coins, this person's not going anywhere. It also shows that someone could be being quite stubborn as well. But the reason why I took a more positive spin on it was because of the Sun card and the Eight of Wands and stuff. That's quite positive, really. And then we've got more positive cards in the near future with the Adjustment card and the Six of Wands. I don't think this person is shutting you out. I feel they're trying to lock you in, and it's up to you as to whether or not you want that and that fits in with things for you. So I'm going to pull some more cards here from the Amira Love Oracle deck. I do love her YouTube channel, by the way. So shout out to Amira. Okay, so this is for Libra. Libra for now till September 30th with regards to love. Okay, so we've got union. So this is Spirit's message. It's the first card that comes out is Spirit's message. So it doesn't really relate to anything in particular. It's just kind of the general message. One clear message that's come from Spirit, and that's union. So it looks like there's a union here. Okay, so the obstacle is short term. So the obstacle could be that you haven't known each other for that long. What brings you together is past life. So you may not have been together that long, but you could have actually known each other for a long time. Yeah, so that's what brings you together. You have things in common, like past life as well. Could be talking about, you know, so much things. You could interpret it so many ways, but it could be simple. To me, it could be like habits that you could both share similar habits, like, you know how we inherit things from like our ancestors, like, you know, temperaments, likes and dislikes, and it's really uncanny how like your grandma loved mint ice cream and you love mint ice cream. You don't know why, but you just both like it, and it's, or you both enjoy singing or something. It's like those things that we carry with us, and I feel like there's that kind of connection here. Like you have a lot in common, like maybe personality wise, things that you've inherited, who you are on quite a fundamental level or quite a deep level. You kind of have that in common. It could also mean, as literally like what it says there, like there is kind of a past life connection here as well that actually brings you together, which is nice. Okay, so you see them, or you're learning about obstacles. So you're learning about how to overcome obstacles. This is really about the Queen of Wands, I was saying. Someone who overcomes difficulties, who tries to transmute the bad into good, and how to overcome obstacles. So that's what you're learning about this month. They're learning about new love. So I think that they have actually realized that they do actually like you, and how to kind of deal with that and how to adjust to that. Okay, so you see them as freedom. So you may see them as someone who likes a lot of freedom, or you may see them as someone who brings a lot of freedom into your life. And then we've got the ice cream. They see you as maybe a bit cold, really independent. I would also say that if you look really closely, you can see a little tiger there, I think, that she's petting, that's looking out towards her, towards the distance. So it could be that this is actually very much connected to the Queen of Wands, as that there's this cat here, this big cat, which is related to fire energy. Like Leo's a cat. So yeah, I feel that this person sees you as someone who's very focused on their own ambitions. The Ice Queen again could be related to a swords energy. It could be Libra. It could literally be you. They could just see you for who you are, someone who's very ambitious. And that would really explain, this card actually really explains the Libra, because you are a cardinal sign. That means that you have plans, you like to be movers and shakers, you like to start things, you like, you know, you like to be the be the element of change. You know what I mean? You want to be like that point of change, like you want to be the game changer. as a Libra, you want to kind of make that difference. You want to start things. You might get excited about things um, and new ventures and be very passionate about them. And I think this person sees that in you, that you do have a plan, you have a goal, and you're going for that. Um, and you see them as freedom. You may see them as someone who always wants to be free. I mean, in the past we do have this kind of open relationship or something going on here, like things being vague in the past. So you may really like that about this person, that this person maybe gives you a bit of freedom. This person does kind of want you to themselves. So somehow you have to try to explain, like reassure them that, you are all theirs if that's what you want. Um, but it looks like, because how they are being is actually makes you feel quite free. Um, so it could be that you really enjoy their approach, you really enjoy that freedom, because it gives you maybe room to do what you need to do, but they still may need that reassurance. So yeah, I think that's pretty much that. At the base of the deck, we've got the spiritual growth cards. It looks like you will be, going through some sort of spiritual growth this month. The Queen of Wands talks about spiritual growth. Like she's like the poster child, as they say, for spiritual growth. Like she's the one who's come through the fire and she's like been heartbroken, or she's been let down, or she's lost huge businesses, or she's been impulsive and lost everything and had to learn and build. The Queen of Wands is someone who goes through a lot of spiritual growth. So I feel that you're just going through that at the moment, learning how to value everything that you've been through, and exactly where you are today. And yeah, and just keeping on moving forward, being positive and not letting anything negative that happened in the past, affect your future in a negative way, but in a positive way. But you're growing, you're maturing, so that's good, because we have the Princess of Discs. So you are going through this growth period, but the Queen of Wands is where you're heading. So yeah, and your partner already sees that in you. They already see the Queen of Wands in you. So they could also find you maybe difficult to talk to as well with the as Queen. Bit closed off, unavailable. So yeah, I think it's making them feel a little bit possessive. All right, so let's pull cards out for Libra from now until September the 30th. Okay, I had the Fates 3 times in a row now. I had it for, I think, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. So this is the fated time. There's something going on in the air, guys. Okay, we had no place like home again, I think, for Libra. Are you dating a Libra? I mean, a Virgo or Leo? Can't remember which one. But yeah, I think it's either Leo or Virgo. So yeah, no place like home. This is about getting out of your comfort zone, I think, sometimes. And we've got round and round, the same cards. And we've got mending. So this talks again about the Queen of Wands. You're mending, the spiritual growth. You're learning from mistakes, growing from them. So definitely Google the Queen of Wands. There's really nice like affirmations for the Queen of Wands. That's on YouTube. I can't remember the lady's name, but there's some really, really nice affirmations around the Queen of Wands, which talks about keeping your own inner flame like lit all the time and always making sure that it is. But she goes into it really well. I'm explaining it very bad, but yeah, it's great. Google it, and I'm sure you'll find something really interesting. But yeah, so no place like home talks about maybe coming out of your comfort zone, but also this talks to me about the Seven of Wands, where it is about looking after your home, which is your heart, and where you find peace. Okay, so protecting that. There's no place like it. There's no place like your own happiness. You know, there's no one else that can give you. You know, if someone wants to buy you 20 houses and another planet, like, still not going to make you really happy if you're not happy on the inside. So it's about having the happiness on the inside, as well. And I think that that's a major kind of message for you here, that not to compromise too much. This is fated. Yes, it is happening at the right time, the right place with the right person. Whether or not that means that you have a long-term relationship, who knows? Probably need an actual private reading for that. And even then, the winds are always changing, so can't always say for sure how things will go. But at the moment, things are fated. Again, this is a 8 card. We've got 7 plus 1. So this is about progress. This does talk about a karmic connection. I think there's some karmic connections happening at the moment in the air. And then we've got round and round, which again talks about past lives, habits. Yeah, I think to me this talks about just a past life connection, that you're just coming back together kind of over and over, karmically kind of tied into this kind of swirl together, on this path together. You can't really get off it. You're kind of destined to kind of be together. And you feel very comfortable with this person. That might be why it says no place like home, and that it is fated. The reason why it feels like so, like you feel so comfortable around this person is because you actually do have past life connection, or you do have this undertone, fundamental connection, that makes you feel really comfortable around each other. So that's really good. That's really, really quite positive. So I hope that you got the information that you needed from this reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you want your own reading, you can email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to carry out reading for you. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.